In this project, what I'd like to do is show you how to make little blocks, kind of squares and rectangles on the front of your paper, all going to a vanishing point right in the center of the paper. And I'm going to show you these steps and how to put this project together so you get this 3D effect of these blocks coming at you. What I'd like you to do is choose 4 of these shapes. I've cut a bunch of different shapes and pick 4 different ones. And I'll probably pick like this one, and this one, this one, and this one. And you're going to use that to put together your blocks. The next step is to put a vanishing point pretty much right in the middle of your paper. So I'm going to put it right here. And for the sake of this video, I'm probably going to use a Sharpie so you can see it. So in fine letters, you can put a VP, and I'm just going to put this here to show you that's the vanishing point right there. And I'll use this little piece of paper and bring it back and forth different times to show you. Now here's the 4 shapes I chose. I'm going to start with this one here and make 4 blocks around the center. And I'm just going to kind of create a design. You can create your own design, but try to remember to keep your boxes parallel with the top of the paper and the sides of the paper instead of turning them at a diagonal. That makes it a little more difficult. So if you just go parallel with the sides of the paper, that works really good. And what I want you to do is put at least 20 shapes on the paper. So it's 20 shapes on the paper. And let me do that now. Now the fun begins. What's going to happen is here is your vanishing point right there. That's right in the middle of the paper. All the corners of these blocks are going to come to that vanishing point and look like they vanish. And so what's going to happen is you start with the center and work your way out. And as it goes out, you've got to remember that these, think of it this way, that these are going to be solid and you can't see through them. You can't see through the tops and you can't see through the walls. So as I do these vanishing points here, connecting them like this, and then I get these 4 done, and then when I start like here, if it touches these, that's where the line stops. And as it goes out, they stop behind the blocks in front of them going toward the vanishing point. Again, start with the center and work your way out. So here's my vanishing point right there. And I'm going to take this ruler and I'm going to start right here at this corner of this block and always line up with that vanishing point right to there. Then I'm going to take this point and go right to here, and this point and go right to here, and then I'm going to work my way around to this one, then this one, and this one. Now let me do the last 2. So now what I'm going to do is start working my way all around the next row and then the last row and do those in. So you work the center, next row out, then the next row out. And you're going to see that when it comes to here, it stops. Think of everything in the center as being solid and you can't see behind it. So it goes like this. I line up this block with the vanishing point. Remember that everything, all the points of the squares line up with your vanishing point. There we go. And then this one, you're going to see the sides. So it's like that. So you can see how that's going. Then I'm going to go right here. So now we're at this point, and what's going to happen is I'm going to start coloring this in. I'm going to do the fronts a certain color, and I'm going to do all the sides facing this way one color, all the sides facing this way a color, and the top here a color, and the bottom this another color. You get to choose your color schemes, but whenever you come to the edges, you might just leave a little white line between the colors so it makes it look like a highlight. So again, I'm going to color these sides all one color, these sides all one color, these sides a color, these sides a color, and the tops a different color. So choosing this side, what I'm going to do is do red first down toward the center, and then I'm going to fade it to orange coming out like this. Next, what I'm going to do is put the top sides, there's a little bit of blue in the center making them green, and so this side's going to be kind of a blue-green. Next, I'm going to do blue and purple on this side, coming on here looking up. Next, on this side, what I'm going to do is put red. So I might have a little bit of purple down in here and fade it to red. So this side is going to be red. Now for the front of the boxes, what I'm going, or the blocks, what I'm going to do is do a dark green around the outside and then a lighter green next to that, and then fill it in with yellow. What I'm going to do is put texture in the background using a Sharpie, so it's going to be black against these colored blocks, and it's going to make this all come forward. What I'm going to do is do a series of circles kind of going through here to create a unique texture. You can choose whatever texture you want, triangles, flames, but have fun creating it, and let me do that now. So here's the final project. What happened is I did 22 blocks and they all went to this vanishing point here in the center. So make sure that after you get your shapes on the front that you run all the sides to this vanishing point. And I did the blocks in color, and I did the background in black and white, so that makes the color really come forward. I used a Sharpie in the background and used watercolor markers in the foreground. So this is the final project. I hope you have fun with it.